This is the Galaxy Report for Sunday, December 11th, 2005. Welcome back to the Galaxy Report. I'm Free Kasaka. As always, I'm joined by Gyron. Gyron, how you doing?
I'm adequate. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How come just adequate today?
Just some of the exciting new game enhancements, like Jedi's being able to turn on Saber Block, then switching to a ranged weapon, and then using their special is with the ranged weapon. You know, it's just the little things that are working as intended.
So we probably have a lot of venting to look forward to in this week's show.
We'll have to see. I've been hitting off the Dramamine, so it might be okay.
Well, why don't you go ahead and read the show notes so everyone knows what to look forward to with this week's show?
I suppose I could. For starters, we're going to be talking about the NGE, as always. I mean, how can we not?
That's a pretty main thing right now.
Yeah, that's certainly all-encompassing. We'll go over a little bit of Tuesday's upcoming hotfix. We'll have a couple glimpses into Publish 26 that we...
Tuesdays is the hotfix from Tuesday. Did I put upcoming?
Review of Tuesday's hotfix. We'll have a preview of Publish 26. You know, the little things that we've been able to know about. We'll go over the Noob Friday feature, about some exciting quests that you can start when you land in Mos Eisley. We'll go over some viewer mail and answer some of your questions. I think there'll be a little space at the end for you to talk about some live show-age.
Sweet. So the NGE, Tuesday's hotfix, what do you like out of it?
What do I like out of it?
Yeah.
I like that they were able to get commando weapons. Oh shit, that was a dream I had. The commandos were going to be able to fire a flamethrower one last time before they pull the plug on the game.
Oh. What about the shoot through friendlies? What do you think about that?
Shoot through friendlies is good. That's a step in the right direction. Yep. Can't argue with shoot through friendlies. Doesn't work in real life, but it is more Star Warsy.
I'm totally confused.
Double experience is nice. Double experience is good. Especially when the quests give you double experience. Unless, of course, you've done all the quests and then you're grinding.
That's pretty nice, the time we've spent on Mustafar. The time we've spent together on Mustafar has been so nice.
I freaking hate that planet.
Me too.
I mean, I hate Wookiees. I hate Wookiees, I do. But at least on Kashyyyk, it's not freaking uber laggy, and I can actually see where I'm going.
I think it was designed well, too. A whole lot better than what Mustafar is. Yeah, sure, you're somewhat limited in where you can go.
I'm just saying, I want to bitch about invisible walls. I don't think... If you're going to have a wall, don't make it some invisible wall. Like, at least have some kind of electric fence or something. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of invisible walls.
I don't like the way there's, like, invisible walls, like, around certain areas. Like, to get into, was that where all the Tauruses are?
Yeah.
Like in between
there's
those
that
mountains.
one way in.
Yeah.
Going to the Stormlord, you're like, oh, woohoo! I think I found a Northwest Passage. But then you don't. Yeah. Invisible walls. I'm against it.
Oh, faction bases may now be entered by enemy faction members even with active turrets. Faction bases will no longer spawn NPCs when a terminal is disabled. It looks like they're just completely removing faction bases from the game. I don't think there's any hope for those.
They're removing faction pets, too. So,
well, they're pretty worthless at this point.
Oh, they were pretty worthless since they got nerfed. I mean, when one guy can take out an ATST.
Yeah, but I remember being able to pull like one of my, I forgot what it was, something.
I remember being able to pull, yeah, I know. We could pull 3 at a time, and they were useful.
Or even just being able to pull one to get like higher level missions. But like now my highest level faction pet, I believe, is 32.
I think that's what my ATST is. I don't even remember. I haven't pulled it out. That's why I'm not too caring about this freaking removal of said faction pets. Hopefully I'll get reimbursed being a Trandoshan and all. It's not freaking...
The 50,000 faction points you had to spend to get like a hat.
Yeah. Or the time when I freaking went Rebel after they redid the theme point park and I had to grind up to get the Colonel again.
That had to be
after having to drop Colonel. Huh?
That had to be a son of a bitch to do.
No, I mean, it was easy. Shooting rebels, running missions, good times.
I don't like doing Imperial missions, only being able to get level 52 missions. Is that the highest they go?
Them?
I was...
No, right out of Dantuan Imperial Outpost, I've been pulling 92s.
Really? On, maybe I was on Talus, I think.
That could be why. Didn't you look at the hunting guide Friday feature?
Yeah, but that hunting guide, they didn't have anything in the hunting guide about the level 199 Rancors on Dathomir, so...
We could have taken them.
Oh, I'm sure we could have.
Piece of cake.
They made a few quest changes and kind of spruced up the user interface a little bit. Pressing the escape key will clear your target box. Corrected
It certainly does.
And then they fixed that the screen closing issue that you had.
They also fixed the frickin' overhead map of staying rotatable.
It actually rotates with you?
It does now, yes.
Sweet.
But of course, what do we got? That hotfix Tuesday will break it. And then we got... Or no, that's the publish 26. Yeah, that'll be the one that breaks it. And we've got that mysterious check the announcements page.
Oh, you're just moving right into publish 26, aren't you?
Well, I think we pretty much already covered the hotfix. I mean, it was a hotfix.
I think you're pretty much right.
And it's really nothing that interesting other than, Jedis can activate saber block, switch to a ranged weapon, and then use their special, which said ranged weapon.
That's kind of that's like my steel move where what am I talking about? The range I have on my steel move depends on my weapon equip. So if I have a rifle at 65 meters, I can pickpocket someone from 65 meters.
Yeah, my level 60 rogue can't do that. And Storm Rage, Horde, FTW, Elite Speak sucks too.
Then why do you use it all the time?
I don't. I'm just a shitty typer. Half of the time you think you're carrying on a conversation with Jar Jar.
It just happens to be Elite Speak. So let's go into Publish 26. They kind of broke it up into a couple different sections. The first one we'll cover is the quest updates.
Quest will now properly update.
We did some overall work on the technical stuff that makes Quest work. These changes should make Quest work better. How about just making it so if you have to go kill a guy, the guy actually doesn't spawn inside of something?
In a frickin'
a harvester,
yeah.
And what they put on here isn't a full list of quest fixes. They're just some of the ones ready for Publish 26.
Hopefully the legacy quest will be able to be continuable. It
doesn't look like they have anything on here about that.
No, they don't, but that doesn't mean that I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be included, but in an ideal thing, that would be something.
Looks like they have about 13 of them that are fixes that are going to be ready for Publish 26 on Tuesday. We'll just have to wait and see if they actually make it or...
Well, yeah, it seems that they all pertain to the newbie quests, the pre-level 30, for all those new players that are streaming in buying the starter kit.
There's got to be about 4 or 5 of them.
I know, all 4 or 5 new players spread out over 20 servers. That's why I have a feeling we're going to be talking about server merger when they have that announcement on Tuesday.
Well, there's a couple beliefs. There's people who think there's going to be the server merger. There's the people who believe there's going to be either pre-NGE servers or the pre-CU servers. If you had to choose between a rollback server, what would you choose?
Would I be starting from scratch? Or
from scratch.
I'll take the CU.
You take the CU?
Yeah. Because buffs, I take a pre-CU if they didn't have freaking buffs that threw everything out of whack. And
what about pre-CU meaning the way the game was when we started?
Yeah, except minus the corpse runs, because that sucked when you had to run back to your body and your
No, the corpse runs kicked ass.
The corpse runs were cool until, of course, the terrain spawned over your corpse and you couldn't loot all the stuff back off your corpse. Which is the first thing, I believe, that they weren't able to fix. And that's why it's no longer with us.
No, there's a lot of stuff in beta that made it into the game that they've never been able to fix, so...
There was that floating tree. There's like a floating shrub on where is it? I think it's near Bestine. Yeah, there's lots of stuff.
So if you could just take your guy with you in current situation, what would you pick?
Take my guy?
Yeah, like
take my
you take Gyron. You take your character Gyron.
And
he goes with you too.
I would take if I could go back to what Jedi used to be, pre-CU. Oh yeah.
Really, you'd want to be a Jedi?
I would go back to Jedi. I would go back to Master Powers. Master Enhancer.
Even if they kept in, like, flags? Like, lightsaber tests?
If I was Master Enhancer, Master Powers, I could take on 24 regular PCs pre-NGE.
Dude.
Or pre-CU, I mean.
Dude, I'd take you out.
Where do you want to go? Delmonico's?
Yeah, sounds like a good place.
Okay. I had the veal there last time. It wasn't so good.
Come on, it's baby cow. You can't eat that.
Sure you can.
No.
I was trying to explain that. I was talking about, someone was asking me about cloning or whether I was for or against it. I'm like, cloning, there's nothing wrong with cloning. I love it. I would throw an extra 10 years on my life. Cloning is just like eating veal. There's nothing wrong with it.
So we kind of got off topic really quick. Check Thunderheart's Publish 26 quest updates if you want like the complete breakdown of all the different quests.
But it's just the lobby quests. It's just the stuff up to level 30. Nothing.
No. There's
no
one.
new stuff for anybody over.
No. You're lying. You are
Okay, I'm
lying.
sorry.
There's one. I read it right here. Force Sensitive Essentials 5. When you complete this level 38 quest, you will receive your rewards, which include a lightsaber.
I wonder if that's
crafting toolkit.
retroactive.
No.
Sweet.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Did you?
Okay,
Convincing.
another part will be the proposed harvester changes. For those of you that don't read the forums, they
for you vile crafters, ruining the game with your well-made stuff.
Well, obviously there's a problem with there not being any maintenance and just harvesters being everywhere. And they say this is adding to the lag of the game, as well it may be. One of the things they're going to do is they're going to give everybody ample time, but we're going to be
the only people with houses left. If they get rid of if they wipe away if they do a purge like they've been saying they've been going to do for such a long time.
Well, they should too. I would say anything past 8 months, 6 to 8 months, clear them out of there.
6 months is great.
That way people have places to build new stuff and clear out these harvesters. And there's kind of people aren't happy about the harvester admin abilities, but I think it kind of got out of hand with people
with the cross server. Lot trade.
Yeah, and if you think about it, say you're someone who has 50 to 100 harvesters now all of a sudden you get your second character, everyone else gets their second character, what's gonna stop you from hooking up with the same people who hooked you up with those other ones? Now all of a sudden you have 100 to 200 harvesters.
You know what's gonna stop them?
There's
all the
no point in crafting.
Yeah, SOE destroying the point of crafting. So I mean, honestly, I tried to buy a full set of Scout Trooper armor, and nothing. The entire galaxy had nothing on a vendor. Somebody had a helmet for $500,000. A helmet, and it wasn't even that good.
A piece of crap helmet.
Yeah, it was 4 kinetic and 6 energy.
That's what brought me back to this game from WoW was the whole just flying around, going to different stores, or as you're out doing missions, you happen to see a store and you run in just to see what they have, and now that's lost in this game. This harvester admin, this is something that they've known people were doing it, and if it was an issue, they should have stopped it when it first began. I mean, this is something way back a couple months after the game started. I remember doing that for people, putting down a harvester before I started using my lots and letting them, giving them admin so they could collect stuff so they could master their profession. So if they should have looked forward to, people are going to be doing this, and even after some of the big name weapons crafters or harvest people, you know what I'm saying, they should have known this was going to become an issue down the road. But what they're going to do is they're going to increase the extraction rate of harvesters by 50% to help everybody who's going to lose harvesters out of the deal.
Help the 2 people that are crafters be able to service the 10 people that are still playing the game.
See, this clears up the much-needed database space which we need in order to allow extra character slots on the server of your choice.
Are they talking about the NGE, or are they talking about
the harvester changes?
Okay.
So wait, this basically so you only get one extra character on one server?
I think that's how it works. I don't know. I already have my extra character.
Well, that's the wording on here. In order to allow extra character slots on the server of your choice.
Yeah, so you can make another. Yeah, so you can have one per
account.
Sure. Or no, I think you can have up to 8. So you'll have a total of 16 different characters, right? And you can just have, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just the way they're wording it right here.
Huh. That's interesting. I try not to read too into it because it doesn't make sense to me. Or it does make sense to me, but that's not how it's intended. It's not working as intended.
It's not working as intended. Okay, another part of Publish 26 are the changes to rooting abilities. You've kind of informed me a little bit about this, so why don't you go ahead and explain it?
Well, they said they never intended for root to be in the game, and they finally got it mostly out with the NGE. But there was still a bit of a root move that smugglers can do, and I think level 17 commando grenades, the concussion grenades.
Well, wait, isn't the combat upgrade what introduced the root into the game?
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So why did
I
they
don't know.
put it in place?
You know what? I don't know. I don't care. It's a low damage attack, and all it did was make sure that the Jedi or the medics or the frickin' group of whatever the hell I was killing stayed in my frickin' mine while it went off. You know, and I don't care. Garen's a commando. He doesn't care. It's just would you rather do a snare with a lot of damage and a longer lasting, or like a level 17 root that doesn't even really work? I mean, you can still kite the Jedi, and if you're not smart enough to run out of the death cloud that medics drop down, you don't deserve to be a commando, much less have a root special. For smugglers, I can't really say. I haven't tried smuggler since the NGE. All I know is that they don't have smuggling missions yet.
Well, here's the list of abilities that are going to be affected with Commando. There's going to be the stun grenade, the flashbang grenade, and the concussion grenade. For Smuggler, go ahead.
And those are all. You know how the icons look the same, and they're just upgrades of the same attack.
Right.
So it may look like it's changing 3 of your specials, but it's only just 1 when you break it down like that.
For Smuggler, there's going to be Jolting Blow, Stagger Shot, and Concussion Shot.
That's like someone hits her in the head.
Oh.
That would root me. I thought I saw something else regarding Publish 26.
Me too. I thought there was like a whole list of things.
No, I thought I saw 3 specific posts from Thunderheart concerning, or maybe one of them was just the service announcement that said to check the forums.
Okay,
check the announcement page.
Yeah, there's that too. That they're going to be down for an extended maintenance on Tuesday, and to check for announcements. And we kind of like talked about whether that's going to be.
So you guys could be playing on Bloodfin too.
Yeah, we can all get together, be a bunch of buddies.
Bloodbria. Why not? That'd be the
only 2 populated servers left. Okay, I just found the test center update notes for December 8th, and it lists a lot of stuff that will be part of Publish 26, or so it says. Blaster bolts will now track their targets again. You seem excited about that.
I'd be excited. You know how you shoot where you're aiming?
Yeah.
Well, remember how pre-NGE if you shot up, your character would actually tilt their body up?
Yeah.
But now the bolt just goes at like a 45-degree angle. I don't understand why they can't reconcile those 2 animations. That's just a little thing that bugs me. If you want to turn on special weapons before you fix that, please do so. I'd love to use all my freaking new stuff I'd love to use my freaking proton rifle and all that other stuff that just sits there. Or he could give it to a Jedi and he could use a special move with it.
There you go. That looks like some changes to chat, client stability enhancements.
Did they say they were going to remove the eyebrows off of...
No, those are still in at this point.
Okay, good.
Combat changes. Fixed an issue that was preventing damaged fly text to appear for creatures and NPCs.
I just chucked that one up the leg.
Made a change to targeting that will help prevent players from standing in front of each other to prevent them from attacking.
That'll be interesting to see how that gets explained.
They ripped off my lock from the last episode. Players with old force ranking status will no longer prevent you from switching faction status.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That damage should now be visible as fly text above the target's head. You'll no longer be able to heal players if you are currently in a duel. You can no longer jump while dead. You can jump while you're dead?
No, you can reload while you're dead. I don't see why you couldn't jump while you're dead.
That's sweet.
That's how awesome my freaking commando is. He'll
jump when he's dead.
No, freaking Garen reloads when he's dead all the time. It's awesome.
In case one of my buddies gets to this gun.
I know. We're ready to take out those kraut bastards.
Fixed an issue which caused precision to always be applied, even for melee weapons instead of strength.
Oh, well, that solves that.
Unarmed combat with no melee weapon equipped will now use your character's base level of damage.
Oh, that sucks. I was taking out Terrace because you were there today.
Yeah, I was doing it too.
That's right. I was able to use my medic special unarmed.
I couldn't use Assassinate.
Yep, working as intended. You should just switch to Jedi if you want to do melee. Even though melee is listed as a special move, not a special move, but a type of attack for commando. That's frustrating to no end.
Oh, they're going to add a quest experience to all Rage of the Wookiees quest.
Oh, good thing I already did. Oh, I didn't do them with Chibi though, did I?
No. And I haven't done all mine yet, so I've done most of them, but...
Yeah, I've done a good chunk of them. That'll be nice.
Maybe they should let us redo quests.
You mean like set down some kind of planetary record keeper? That's insane.
I saw somebody who who was upset, and they wanted quest XP for all the quests they accomplished pre-NGE.
Sweet, so do I. I think I'd be like level 115. We go out to those rancors.
You know, sometimes the things that people ask for on the forums just crack me up.
I know. Sometimes they make me so angry I just have to log out of the game immediately.
Some of the people, well, if everyone's getting double XP, I should get triple XP because I'm a vet.
I know. It's like, you know what I want? I'm freaking like a free month. Like a free month for fucking me over, or screwing me over.
You know, that wouldn't be bad, you know, with the current state of the game, to give everybody a free month.
Yeah. A free month isn't something I can keep on using over and over. Especially since there's no decay.
Well, you know what they should do is they should go through the forums and ban everyone who acts like asshats, and then go ahead and give the rest of the people free months.
That'd be nice too.
Oh,
not gonna happen.
They're really. Oh, go ahead.
They're really slow on getting rid of people too, like especially when they have like dirty words written out in the.
Well, sometimes
it must be outsourcing. You can swear in German like it's nothing though.
Kick ass.
Hey.
Scheiße.
Jawohl.
Galactic Civil War faction recruiters will no longer sell hirelings/pets.
Sweet, it's a good thing I already have the ones I wanted.
Yep.
No, I still got all the non-activated vendors from Nicola set up in my houses, so I wonder if they're gonna poof, or I wonder if they got all screwy.
I'd put money on screwy.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, they make good decoration.
Let's see, the Harvester changes are going to go into effect with 26. I didn't know, like, before they kind of said, oh, we'll give everyone fair warning, but you must be the owner of a harvester generator to deposit money into it. Harvesters can only be accessed and operated by the person who placed it. All existing condemned harvesters are destroyed. Harvesters no longer pull credits from the bank when the maintenance pool reaches 0. I thought that was a stupid thing to begin with for, like, all structures. You know, what was the point of decay?
Yep. Yeah, they were wondering what the point of decay was, too, right before they removed it.
Yeah. Harvesters will now destroy themselves instead of going into condemned status. The harvester will still take damage when it runs out of maintenance and decay to 0%. Once it hits 0, it will destroy itself rather than pull credits from the owner's bank account. So I take it maintenance is turned back on. Is that going to be for houses too? Because how are they going to get to 0 if that's not turned on?
I think you just found out how it's going to be bugged.
Well, yeah, we'll destroy them when they've reached 0, but we still haven't turned maintenance back on.
I know. I think you're thinking too far into the future. You'd make a shitty developer.
I'm fully thinking everything out. Ooh, added a Life Day tree surprise for Life Day. Added holiday gifts.
If I didn't hate Wookiees before, well, unless it's a good gift, like a Wookiee head.
In your inventory, you will find a gift box for you and one to share with a friend.
Is my friend my alt?
No.
Because I'm greedy and selfish. I'll share mine with you if you share it with me. It'll be our special share thing.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Oh. That's disturbing.
I wonder if it's going to be like a holocron. It'll tell us how to become a Jedi.
I freaking hope it's a hologram of a holocron. That'd be awesome. That'd be probably the coolest thing.
Ooh, new wearable loot drop items no longer require biolinking. This change will not affect existing items.
I wonder if it'll be some kind of special Trandoshan garb. Because Wookiees get all that freaking clothing when they whine. I'm calling for all Trandoshans to cry. Like all sorts of gloves and boots with good stats that you have that you can't wear. The only people whining about it are Ithorians and freaking Wookiees. You're telling me that, like in the state of the galaxy, they couldn't create a boot for a Trandoshan? No, they can't. Or a glove? Even though the NPCs on Kashyyyk, the Trandoshan slavers have them. I gotta pet my cat so I don't freaking look at it. Come here, come here. Who the goodest kitty? Who the goodest kitty? I'm better now. Okay, good. Now they're gonna fix the loot all button on the loot window. It will now include loot backpacks. That kind of bothered me having instead of opening the. Yeah. I had a bunch of backpacks I gotta put on a vendor. Me too. I have a ton of stuff from killing Night Sisters. My Garen's inventory is almost full. So it looks like published 26. It looks like there's going to be quite a bit to publish 26. Somebody posted a list of one of WoW's publishes, which, I mean, you've seen those things, how big they are. And they're like, how come one of these galaxies can't look like this? But WoW's publishes come out, every 2 months? Yeah, roughly. They're so, there's a little more time in between them. And right now, SWG, or SOE doesn't have that much time before players revolt. That's right, SWG doesn't have that much time. I'm subconsciously spouting out the future. That's sad, isn't it? I don't even know if I should be frickin' investing all this time into I don't know. I guess we'll see what that big announcement Tuesday is.
Yeah, we'll get our
I hope
second.
I hope it's with the success of EverQuest, they included a /pizza command.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
I know.
It's nothing like ordering Pizza Hut from the game.
That's right. Wouldn't have to get off my ass for nothing except going to the bathroom, and I got a bottle for that.
What do we have next? Friday feature?
Yes.
Ooh, Java's dirty work. I think you pretty much summed it up with your intro at the beginning, was that it kind of gives newbies something to do when they start the game. They stop in Mos Eisley for the first time, and they don't know what to do. They can do Java's dirty work.
Yep, there's something for you to do.
Yeah.
There you go, pal. Get aboard the Falcon, kid.
Wait, what is this? There's a second part to it.
Is there? I missed the second part.
Cult of the Crate?
Cult of the Crate?
The Face of Evil. Tips and hints.
The Face of Evil.
Yeah, this is mostly for newbie people. Which nothing against newbie people, but...
But the 5 of you out there aren't freaking... I saw like 3 people in theater today.
Where was I today? I noticed Mos Eisley was semi-populated today.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
Not since I did Java's dirty work.
Nobody cares, though. But
I know.
Good use of Friday feature for newbies. Because really, what are they going to give us a Friday feature about?
Hopefully they'll have a Friday feature about server merger. And why you don't put your stuff where Gyrant is placing his house. His house bunker. It's my house bunker.
Well, you already have your house bunker placed, so you're fine.
I do. But you know what? You can't pack up a house with a vendor in it. And Nicola has a vendor placed in it, but Nicola's also been canceled since the NGE. So I wonder how that's going to...
It won't work.
Huh?
It won't work. I'm telling you now, it won't work.
I don't know. I hope my house doesn't disappear because it can't be packed up.
I'm telling you, it won't work. Why would your house disappear?
My bunker house. I don't know, because it wouldn't be able to be packed up when the servers were merged.
Bloodfin isn't going to get... Nothing's going to happen to Bloodfin. If anything, people are going to be sent to Bloodfin. I hope.
I know, but
I hope.
In the short bus.
All right, what's next? We got viewer questions.
Viewer mail. It's that kooky nutty. Viewer mail. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, stupid bitch.
Well, we kind of we had someone on our forums kind of attack us for
not physically, I mean.
No.
Like in an alley with a knife.
But for the general upbeat nature of last week's show, which I think we've like slowly been like, we were upbeat at first about the NGE. We were looking forward to some of the things about it, but I think we've slowly like disintegrated.
Same old.
They would have,
they would have just done what they planned on doing and had it ready to happen when it happened. It would have been fine. However, true to form,
they did
the rush project because they needed to meet a deadline for freaking LucasArts.
Let's see, one of the things he said, he complained about hotfixes not coming regularly. When a game comes out with 5,000 bugs, fixing even 10 a week is far too slow. Well, compared to what they were doing before.
I wonder. I know.
You know,
you think this guy is freaking some kind of Stephen Hawking?
You know what? Compared to what they were doing before, yeah, the hotfixes are coming out a lot faster. There's more, weekly updates to the game.
Yeah, but we're grading them on a curve, an SOE curve.
Yeah, compared to what it was before. They said that customer service-wise, things are getting worse. I haven't had any issues of customer service. I have noticed more, seems like more communication from Thunderheart and some of the Reds on posting of what's coming up. They may not be in every thread, but you know what? I don't want them to take the time to surf through the forums to, through all the crap to answer like a couple of people's questions. I'd rather have them busy, getting things fixed or working on getting things fixed. I don't know how that works. They say they're laying off CSRs at a time when they actually need more. Have you heard anything about them laying off CSRs?
No, and if they are laying off CSRs, I don't see why they wouldn't be, because I don't think they need that many right now.
When the player base is dwindling.
Yeah. I know, like I've been stuck a couple times, but Unsticks worked for me.
Yeah, me too.
I know a couple of people that had to call CSRs, but nothing since the NGE, but most of that's due to not
playing
anyone. Yeah. So I think fine, if the CSRs want to go and screw up some other game, let them go. Who cares? You don't care.
No.
And you may be stuck in a wall, but
but no, I haven't had any major problems with CSRs. Thunderheart seems to be putting out stuff as fast as he can. So I don't know what exactly people want them to come out with. I guess I'm kind of confused on that one. It's like how much, if people are stuck for 5 days, yeah, that's BS.
But usually if you put player stuff in your ticket to a CSR, they usually respond to it within an hour. I mean,
I have a feeling that some of the problems are people just bent about the NGE already, and they go into the game and they get stuck, and like 5 minutes becomes 5 days. Like it gets exaggerated.
no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, not at all. They say looking down the road is overly optimistic at this point. When we talk about looking down the road, we're not talking looking at like 6, 8, 10 months down the road. We're talking like the next few weeks.
Yeah.
It's not like we're like, well, maybe in like a year and a half this will be a good game.
Maybe it will be.
Yeah, who knows? We don't know, but
we are working on the pen and paper conversion. So sharpen up your 12-sided dice. I'll be DMing this week.
Let's see.
You can see a door. It's to your west. To the east is a T-21. There's a hurtin' attacking. What do you do?
I'm trying to go through some of the... I'm just basically like covering some of the stuff they said real quick. You keep like making me lose my spot. He said, lastly, this is not all LucasArts' fault.
I dare say...
I say content-wise, yes, it is LucasArts' fault. Maybe some of the bugs. But even, the bugs, that could be from deadlines having to be met.
If they didn't have to have the product out by a certain time, like when Battlefront 2 and, what the hell was that movie? Episode 3 came out on DVD, I'm sure they would have liked to take their time. That can be said for the whole course of anything. I mean, LucasArts sucks now. They don't care. They know if they slap Star Wars on it, idiots like me and Fareed will buy it. And we'll still play it, and we'll still fork over our $15. Sure, it might not be 30 anymore, maybe down to 15, but still.
I mean, you know what? SOE isn't like totally not at fault, but you gotta remember the big factor behind this is LucasArts, the decision makers, what goes, what's allowed to be there. So
Lucas had a big shit-eating grin when he saw the NGE on his face. It's like, holy shit, this is awesome. My kids will love it. Can we give things stupid names now, like frickin' Dash Rendar and frickin' Fluffy Ass Pake? Can we do that now? Can we put in a frickin' Twi'lek and name her frickin' Homie Jojojo? That's what he wants. That's what this game will become if it goes to LucasArts.
Oh man.
It'll be a frickin' kid. It'll be more educational than frickin' Math Racer for Atari, and it'll be just less as fun.
Oh, he does bring up like I believe it's the original story arcs that they put in place. And if anybody remembers from when the game first launched,
Cries of Alderaan?
Was that the original one where there's supposed to be like a new part every month, and it turned out each part was like for 3 months?
Well, then SOE month is.
Yeah,
it's a bit longer than.
Even that I don't know how that would work if they had to go to LucasArts with each section and get it approved. If that was the case, they should have went to them beforehand and be like, okay, this is a story arc, this is how we're going to take it before they even implemented it. Yeah, you know what? SOE's not 100, they're not off the hook, but content-wise, direction of the game, I would put money on it being LucasArts.
Yeah, there's certainly I'm not being lenient on SOE. I mean, they obviously had their share of screw-ups, but whenever they wanted to include a character for a live event, they have to run it by LucasArts. And if frickin', if George Lucas is like frickin' Hitler's sleeping, and SOE is like saying, hey, I think the Americans will land on a beach, meaning I think we want a live event with Boba Fett in front of a coronet, they're not going to wake him up. That's a bad analogy. You get my point.
Well, I stopped listening to you.
The point is.
But then he mentions about this might become a decent first-person shooter, and I don't.
No, it's not going to be.
This is not a first-person shooter. Fine. This is not a first-person shooter because you're not targeting sections of the body. You have to keep your mouse in a box that's about twice the size of your target. That's all you have to do. This is not a first-person shooter. And everybody complained about having to sit there constantly clicking your fingers. Tuesday tip: hold the button down. There you go. Tuesday tip: hold the button down. You'll auto fire. That's all you have to do. You want to hit a special,
unless you're lagging. You might be lagging. Or you might be trying to use a special when you don't have enough action.
Or it could just be like my spies respike my level 82 heal, which just decides to randomly work and not work. But
that would suck if they put Call of Duty into a massively well, actually, that'd be kind of interesting.
You get to build up your character based on stuff you've done in the game. And
dude, that'd be awesome.
Isn't that called PlanetSide?
I'd have like no, I thought PlanetSide freaking got the shaft too.
Probably did. But, this SWG is not a first-person shooter.
Maybe World War II Online. It's a good first-person shooter. It's Call of Duty 2.
I have to pick that up still for the PC.
It should, because it's only 4-on-4 for Xbox 360.
I know. You mentioned profession diversity. Yeah, it sucks right now. Maybe they'll put that in. Who knows? You know what? I'm sure they're waiting on stuff. I have no idea. If the contract really is up in February, why would SOE pour a ton of time into the game to give professions different trees and different, more diversity just to have it yanked from them? So part of that could be it. I don't know. I do have fun at times playing the game. It's not deep like it was before. That's for sure. There's not as much thought into what am I going to use my skill points on, but there's still an element of fun to the game. It's still Star Wars-y. In fact, it's I like the faster paced combat. I didn't like sitting there running back and forth on an island for 10 minutes killing something 5 levels over me. That was no fun. But I don't know. We're just the type, we'll wait and see. We have fun at times in the game. We get pissed off and log off on each other at other times during the game. That's pretty much, he did agree with our spiel on the XP and them needing to, yeah. He was a first generation master bounty hunter, so he really knows how.
So he knows he knows how to frickin'.
I felt really rewarded 5 months in when I finally mastered. But, a couple of the other things that he wanted us to talk about was, what's his name? Torres. He said slipped out of a live interview and demo on G4.
G4, yeah, Attack of the Show.
Yeah, well, you know what? If I was supposed to be on Attack of the Show, I'd be looking for any excuse not to be on it too. But who knows? Something may have came up. Did he slip out of it? Did I don't know? One of his children fall into a Sarlacc pit? Who knows? Something could have happened. He
probably had to service Lucas.
That I don't even want to think about that.
No, I mean give him an oil change. Reach around.
Talked about some of the insane downtimes. On some of the servers. You know what? We play on Bugfin. We know about downtimes as much as anybody else does, except for, probably more than anybody else except for the fellows on Bria. The forums lost a few. I can't read. Anyways,
it's not even 5 o'clock.
I know, it's crazy. And they keep on saying people are getting laid off. Unless he's talking about Tiggs, and we don't know what the hell happened with Tiggs. So I think that's just about it for. It was mostly the one guy who had questions. All right, so I'm going to move on to wrapping this up. Live show. Going to plan on it starting the first week, or trying to think, right after Christmas, because I don't see the point in starting it when, the live show would fall on, Christmas Eve and Christmas, or New Year's Eve. So
that would be New Year's-tastic.
Oh, yeah. January 2006. So we'll plan on the first live show being Friday night, Saturday morning at midnight of the 6th of January. I think I said that, but that's our plan. A few people have actually donated some more money, so we really appreciate that. We'll see how things go once we start the live show. We keep getting donations. We keep doing it. We don't. We can't. So we just wait and see. But it'll be fun to start it. It'll be fun to get everybody into live chat, and they can make fun of us as we mess up live and as we babble incoherently sometimes. Then eventually being able to get some people to call in, and hopefully we'll be able to do that for a month or two before the game gets canceled. But you have any closing thoughts there, Gyron?
I don't understand.
You can visit our website at thegalaxyreport.com. If you have any questions, you can questions you want us to talk about on the show, you can email us at thegalaxyreport@yahoo.com. You can go to our forums and post in there. We kind of go through. I'd like to get more input from everybody, so feel free to go through there and post. I just want to thank everyone who does post on our forums. They've been really good with. There's not a lot of name calling. Even they
just called George Lucas a cock.
Well, yeah, you called George Lucas cock. I'm talking about the mature people on our forums who, if they disagree with somebody, they don't sit there and call them faggots or cocksuckers.
They actually bring out valid points.
Yes,
they make an argument.
There's a lot of good discussion going on, and sometimes it's a few days in between discussion, but when it gets started, it's pretty good. People disagree, and it's all in fun. And Penny's been getting really hammered lately and coming onto the forums and really laying into people, but it's all in good fun. We accept that from him. But check that out. I got everything covered. Oh, we have our donation buttons, subscribe $2 a month or the one-time donation. And I think that just about wraps it up. If you feel like it, you're on the front page. We have the crisp ads on the right-hand side of the board. Go ahead and click on those. Throw a couple pennies into our pocket. That will make us happy as well. So I think that just about wraps it up. And hopefully I will be over my cold and stop coughing in your ears. And we'll see you next week.